Honey, what'd you do while I was sleeping?
Well, I'm taking a break right now, but while you were sleeping, I did the last load of laundry and went out and picked all the peaches. Let the bad ones put them on the ground, and I picked the good ones and put them in the bag in the kitchen.
Ooh.
And within about 2 days, they should be ripe enough to eat.
Well, let me go check those, okay?
Hmm.
Oh boy, peaches are my favorite fruit. Look at all the beautiful peaches Clay got while I was taking my morning nap out of the tree. There's so many. I love it. Oh, guys, I was so tired this morning. My hand has been hurting because I got it out of that cast, and just in case you want to see my hand, it's the, it's getting better. Anyway, while I was sleeping, he was sweet enough to pick some peaches and do some laundry. I don't know why. I guess just from getting out of the cast, I was hurting really bad. Okay, let's check up in this tree for any fossa, just in case there's any up there. You know, fossa, the fossa. They say that if they fart on you, you will turn into a zombie. Let's see. Make sure nobody turns into a zombie. No fossa. there's no fossa here in the United States except in the zoo. It's probably a rumor that if they fart on you, that you will turn into a zombie. But I did hear that, and they've got the sweat gland or this little thing on them that they they are stinky and they are known to kill animals with their farts. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that it is. So I don't know. I was just don't want any fossils around here. They're pretty cool. They're like a cat dog kind of combo. They live in Madagascar, and I think they're as cute as can be. The only thing I don't like about the fossa is that they eat lemurs, and I love lemurs. So yeah, I'm being a little silly today, but I love animals and all the zoos, or if they do all kinds of stuff to go to the zoo. So I was thinking about the fossa. If you think of the fossa, remember that if they fart on you, you can turn into a zombie. Look at these peaches fell. We have no chickens to feed them to. Okay, my weigh-in. I didn't go up or down. So I was so discouraged. I was worried about gaining that I didn't even want to do this. And I said, don't quit now. I'm going down. So if you feel like giving up, don't give up. Even if you gain 25 pounds, just keep going at it. Check in on Sundays, however you feel, you know. And if you need a good belly laugh for the day, think about the fossa. The fossa. Look at this pretty little garden here. I took all the plants that were like hanging around because I figured in the fall they can all grow up here. If I want to take anything out of here and try to put it inside, I can, or just let it grow and die. I've got some begonias, some geraniums, and some petunias that made it through most of the summer. Now these babies over here are pretty big, but Clay wants to bring them in, and I'm okay with that. I've just got to find a spot to put these big old plants in, but I will find a way. We're going to move the bird feeders too over here, closer to the front window. This has been a summer to remember. I got discouraged a few times about my arm, but I know God allowed it to slow me down, so it's a good reminder. So, oh, look at his bucket garden. It's beautiful out. Not too hot, although I did hear that this week it was going to get really, really hot. So when it gets hot, we just sit down and watch movies. But anyway, you guys now remember the fossa. The fossa. He likes to be in trees. There's not a lot of them. And actually, where they are in Madagascar, there's like lots of dogs. Like, I know one time I had a friend, Brother Bruno. He's our assistant pastor at one of the churches I went to. Really nice man. I love Brother Bruno and his wife, and Rini. And I think it was him that said they were laughing because we all had dogs up here. But in Madagascar, Brother Bruno was from Haiti. But in Madagascar, they have lots of dogs that are just out, and I guess they eat some of the fossa. And so there's only like, I think 3,000 left or something. Not a lot, so pray for the fossa. I guess they relocated a lot of the dogs, and they spayed and neutered or whatever them. But yeah, I don't know where you live, but in other countries, sometimes they eat dogs, and when they come to America, they think it's hilarious that we have dogs in our house because that's something they just don't do, you know. And I've lived different places and been around. I've went to a lot of like international churches and stuff, so I know people from around the world, and of course the internet's one of the reasons I love the internet. And so it's like other parts of the world, they think it's really hilarious. I mean, I'm in the United States. Maybe when you're hearing this, you think it's funny that Americans keep dogs, you know, because really dogs are the garbage can of the world. Like birds, they eat all the junk, and that's why God has them to clean up all the junk in the world. But fossas aren't junk, but anyway, you know, but anyway. Yeah, if you hear the brother and sister stuff, you know, like the kind of church that I go to, a lot of times it's like a term of endearment. We'll be like, hey, they'll say, hey, Sister Ruthie, or, you know, it's just, you know, people, you know, term of endearment, like as they love each other. And, you know, church is like a nice church family. I did miss church today. I ended up watching our church online, which was a really good sermon. We have like a live stream. But my hand was hurting so bad this week. I think it's all the therapy that they have to do for my hand. And it just, I mean, I've got like this clay ball they gave me. I got to play with that. And I got to do all these exercises. And I think it just hurts. And so it seems like I took my ibuprofen, but it's still painful. But I'm pretty active anyway. But I usually tend to do too much. But it just comes with the territory. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I asked my physical therapist, I said, hey, ever know anyone that broke their wrist 2 times? She goes, so you're the first one. Kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. But I'm believing God that my hand is stronger and than it was before. Look how beautiful it is out today. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I hate the thought that it's going to get really super hot, but it is what it is. And then, of course, I made my physical therapy appointments, which is funny because I slept in today so early in the morning. Because Clay and I were used to getting up early, but now we're getting up later and later. So I'm just going to have to get up early to go to those. I wasn't even going to go, but my doctor told me, he goes, oh, that was a bad break. You need to go. So I was like, So I guess you don't want to get full movement. So sometimes you got to take care of yourself. Okay, guys, so we're out here. Okay, why do I have a cement mixer? This is what Clay mixes the dirt with, if you're new to our channel. It's our grapes, hazelnuts, apples. Get a little bit of everything on our channel. So, just wanted to shoot this video out, give you guys a nice good morning. I'm waking up myself. Thought you guys might want to know that about the fossa, because I know personally I love learning things online, and I love reading books and things, and I just think that as you're older, you should, especially we're younger, whatever, you should share nice, happy things with each other. And you know, and so every time you go to the zoo now and you see a fossa, you'll know a little bit more about him, that he's like a half dog, half cat. Well, he's not really half and half. He just looks funny because he's got like lion feet, and I guess his feet can turn 180 degrees. Pretty cool. There's a lot of cool things about the fossa. I've always been like enthralled with them, but I would love to have a fossa. Haha. Maybe when I go to heaven. He'd probably bite me if I had him here. Maybe when I go to heaven, because, you know, God has like living creatures and stuff up there, you know. So look at the beautiful tree. No fossas up there. Just maybe a few birds. I don't think I've seen anything in that tree but birds. Thank goodness. No possums. Okay, guys. Like, subscribe. And remember, don't let a fossa fart on you where you can turn into a zombie. Oh, and remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. God bless.